Hello everybody, Forest Month is here. Today, finally, maybe after a long time, going back a little bit to trackers. Maybe some of you think that I'm going go away from trackers. It is not actually true. I mean, any of or some of my trackers is with me always. I mean, on every second my trip. I got all trackers, and sometimes I'm changing my stuff, but every second time one of the trackers is with me because I really do like these knives. Just I got another knives and do different got different tasks for it. Okay, what I'm working constantly on the edge. So this is T1, the original. I made even more convex now. I just learned more grinding. So these are really nicely sharp. Bloody hell, these are nice. So this is both of them now, the blades. It was before just this one, and this one was kind of convex. Now all of them convex, working great. T1 tracker original. I've seen this knife for in my country finally for about less than 1/3 it was before, because the original price was too high, and that one was great for I mean, even still expensive, but if you got less than 1/3, that's good. Okay, about T3 trackers, you know that we got the traditional model. I don't know, it's a traditional 150 made of 154 cm. They rebuild it and redo it again, and we got still the anniversary tracker. Sorry. This tracker T3 anniversary version still available, and as I said, if you got just one of them, you probably, if you don't want especially this like as a collectible piece, you don't need to buy this one. If you got original T3, I mean, in matter of use, I really recommend to what I did to put some say that carbon fiber. I added 0.7 millimeters from each side, which makes the handle a little bit wider on the T3 model, and it's better. It's really better. It sits in the sheath better, so everything's fine. So I do recommend it for you. It's just, as I say, few money, just very cheap thing. Just you need to spend some time with it. That's it. Okay, but the point what I'm talking about, these three trackers now, I've seen the T3 model, the standard, I would say standard, and this anniversary model now for very similar price, and maybe fortunately, unfortunately, depends on of your sign. Maybe the tops, I mean, guys in tops didn't expect that these anniversary trackers will last so long. These knives are here, I mean, 3/4 of a year. They are still available. I think they made 500 pieces, and you still can buy it. And it could be, in my eyes, kind of disappointing if you can't sell, you know, your 500 knives, your flagship, I would say, especially anniversary. I mean, the T3 was long time not available, as I know, and this one from the useful trackers. So many people say, oh, small tracker is not a tracker, the big one is too big for me. But T3, we know, is the for average people, if tracker, the T3 is the best choice in my eyes. Not in the money task, because if we are talking about money, we know that the T3 is most of expensive out of them, and the anniversary tracker is even more expensive, but premium material, S35BN steel, and these, in my eyes, not good sheet, but it's my opinion. You know, if Bark River, for example, makes some, you know, I don't know, maybe limits edition, but just not standard run for in 500 pieces, I think they are available half year. Sometimes I know there is some knife, and you can find out DLT trading, and maybe after one week they're gone. So seems to me, if I would be in tops, I would say something if we didn't screw something, because we did premium, flagship, 500 pieces anniversary, and we got 9 months, and we can still buy it. Okay, but this is not the point of the video. Point of the video is, if someone wants to buy T3 tracker, as I said, in my eyes, probably for general use, the best of the trackers. I would buy the anniversary model, because I can simply. There will be maybe in time of value of that, simply it's limited piece. That's first thing, and of course the more important thing is S35 VN steel is better than 154 cm steel. Now so many companies changing 154 cm for CPM 154, which is the same steel, I mean chemically, but it's crucible, is better made, if I say it in this way. So I think the tops sometimes is in my eyes is a little bit behind, because they know there is so many fans, so many people is buying their knives because they like it, because the designs, and yeah, they're great, so many designs great, and etc. Yeah, but 1095 is really cheap stuff. I'm going to it right now. This is the main reason why actually I'm doing this video, but because I've seen these things. Okay, I'll stick it together. Okay, T2 tracker. What I did on my T2 tracker, it wasn't here, you can see it here for a long time, maybe a year. I did some comparison with Forest. I worked on the T2 tracker because I said it can stick in some position in my mindset in knives. And what I found is, I removed, this here is usually a hole or choil, hole, no, but choil. I'll show you what I mean. This is the tops page, and you see just behind the guard, and I call it where the edge starts, there is, I don't know, maybe 3 millimeters or something, small hole, maybe is here. Yes, so on this is T1, so I mean this one. So I did remove it. Yeah, I know there is a reason to be there. I know that, but for me, this is small knife, and if you got the guard here, and you got another 3 millimeters spare here, and the real edge starts just here, and the draw knife is short blade, is 5 centimeters. There's nothing really long, I mean, on it. So you are happy if the real edge starts that close to your hand as possible, in my eyes, of course. And there was another reason I mentioned, that if you watch my in-room video for this T2 tracker, even for the mini tracker T4, there was the same problem. The draw knife wasn't straight like this one. It's simply straight line, and then the hook or tooth, I call it tooth, but for the hook, okay. But this one was U-shaped. It was small U. I mean easy U. It wasn't like deep. It was like this one, and then was the tooth or hook. And I don't like it for that, because for what? When you do slices, this is see, this is just big belly. This edge is just big belly, nothing else. Then you got a tooth here or a hook. So you got a piece of straight edge which you can use for things you need, and you got another use. So if you want to buy a recurve blade, why? If you want to buy a recurve blade, okay, buy a recurve blade. But this shouldn't be that. Even the Bark River tracker has a straight edge on it. Even the T1 original has a straight on it. The anniversary model has a straight edge on it. Actually, I found this one on the T3, on my T3 model. So I removed on the T3 some part of here, made it straight. So I destroyed the T3 edge also, I mean here, and simply made it straight. Same I did here. So as you can see here now, it's straight line, just exactly right to the guard. And I'm happy with that. I want to do it, and I do like it, because now I feel I got 5 mm more useful blade, exactly on the position where I want it, and it's straight. So if I need to do some notches or something, I can use this portion or this part of blade exactly to do this one, not U-shaped, something like that. So in my eyes, it's better. What I did also is I moved the hook a little bit. It is not that steep angle. I move it a little bit here. So I just like open that angle this way. You know, I'm telling you now, and say, okay, if somebody say, okay, is it just a big deal? What you did? I said, why are you talking about? It's just improving in my eyes. You know, for someone said, why are you talking? You know, did you find some, new planet or something? No, just, improving, working on my stuff. Maybe for someone this will help, because I made here this one. This is 90 degrees corner, so I can use it for scraping, for fire rod. Now I got this straight edge. I got a little bit longer and better edge. So I use the hook actually, unplanned it, but I made some small table or something like. So I used the hook for cutting hard plastic. It was definitely 1 mm maybe hard. So I used the hook for the plastic, made a line, and just by pulling, I used it, and then I used the belly just for slicing, like you would a knife for leather, So this one and this one, just it was in my workshop, unplanned, but I had this knife with me. So I used that, and it was great. It works great for it. So this is a really great knife for lots of things. As you can see, I highly or deeply change grind on it, as I did all my trackers, because otherwise, wow. But I've seen this knife bend. And because this is 4.8 millimeters thick blade, so somewhere 3/16, guys, you from USA or somewhere there. And this is piece of steel, guys. This is not some, I'm not talking about this particular knife. I mean, on T2 tracker, but not in my hand. I don't did it. And it's important, it happened by throwing. And I know, guys, I said, no, the knife is not meant to throw. This knife especially. Okay, I believe these survive only because this is chunk of steel against this one. But anyway, this is still, nearly 5 millimeters thick blade. 5 millimeters thick blade. Wow, that's something. T3 tracker is 5.2, so it's less than half millimeters thicker than this one. But I believe, and I did throw with that T3 tracker. Yes, sorry guys, I did with the anniversary, or with the original, even with T1, but that's different steel. Nothing happened. Nothing like that happened. I believe still the 1095 is crab of steel. We need to understand it's easy to work with. And this is something else what I want to tell you. I did remove so many material on this knife just by file. Same as this one. Same on both of my tops machetes made of 1095. But what I do not understand, maybe my file is absolutely great or something like that, but because I worked on the edge, not on the other side, I mean on trackers, that should be hardened for 50. They said 57, 58 HRC. I'm expecting some hardness on it. They said, okay, don't put 90 degrees on your spine, because that's too soft anyway. So when you scribe the ferro rod, it will dull anyway. The corners simply will not stay there. That's what I said. That's the guys from the tops. But I don't know how it's possible. If I will try to use a file on this SOG on actually I want to say AUS8 steel hardened for same 58. That's like you going on glass, you know. So 1095 for me becomes more and more crap as I've seen it bend. I've seen it. I've seen how fast it goes off with just the file. No, some machinery, just with the file. I know it's great if you say, okay, I destroyed my edge. I just want to put new edge on it, and it will be easy. Definitely outside. Yeah, I do agree. Definitely, that's good. But in the other hand, if you got knife made of better steel, harder steel, and harder is not just yeah, there is a like part of the hardness, but better steels, let's say, then it will not be destroyed that easy. You know what I mean. So if I would butter in my hand, so I can make a hole by finger on it. If I will have even the softest wood, in my country probably spruce, so I can put a nail in it, and that's it. That's what I mean. If something is soft, it doesn't mean that there couldn't be any structure which can hold it up. Maybe I'm not doing right examples. I'm not chemical professional, something like that. But you know what I mean. I would say I'll put it in this way. And I will already make a big hole now, especially with the price. It's not exactly like that. But if that will be made of the same knife, CPM 3V, for example, I'm using this high level steel now, CPM 3V, it will not fail. It will be hard to work with it. I believe this one will take me much more time, but I will know that I can rely on the knife. I can stand on it because I've seen bend this knife I seen the throw, and it doesn't look so strong. You know what I mean? So if you see this one and bend the knife, and I said, okay, is it really that strong as it? And it's not, and that's important. The price of these two knives is very close. This is not some cheap knife. This is definitely not cheap knife. I can buy it in my country for 220, 200, sorry, 220, 250 US dollars. My country, I can buy it for 250. That's bloody hell lots of money, guys. So why this? So if that's another thing. If I will go, I said if I will decide to buy a tracker now, I will go again for the T3 tracker. Why? Because it's a little bit bigger. This one, not really much, but it is still. I mean, the regular version, 154 cm steel. But it will actually it will cost me in my country $50 more. I think, yeah, $50 more. That's about difference. So not a huge deal now. 250 or 300. I'm going for 300. This one was for 290, as you remember the video. 290 was that. So maybe that one, the original, is even cheaper now, but not this one. So maybe I'll buy it for 40, maybe 30 plus of this. I'm going for it because 154 cm, what I did with the knife, how it holds the edge and everything. I need to change grind, and I did it today actually. I grinded a knife, but it's great now. I can shave myself with it. It's the V3 original. It's really great for that. So it seems to me much more value in it. So 1095 is maybe good steel, but in a price range, there are the D2 steel, for example, A2 tool steel, O1 steel. I will not count the CPM 3V. Okay, there is no 5160 isn't good in holding edge, but it can stand abusing. So definitely, if I say in the throwing, it shouldn't be there, but maybe you baton and it will bend. Okay, no, it stays there. And what was the steel? What was the steel of the Lions? I mentioned that Lion Steel M5. What is that? Not Elmax. What is that, guys? I can't remember. Oh, Sleipner. That's the thing. Sleipner is very close to D2 steel. You know, there is lots of options, especially D2, the Sleipner steel, and under these kind of steel, which are even semi rust resistant steel. Wow, we got so many choices, so many options. How to make this? Even the Chinese guys making knives made of German steel, not Chinese steel. I mean German D2 steel, or these Sleipner steel. You know, even they can do it. So the steel is proven is not crap, but it stands much more abuse. Is much better steel in any your imagination, even in sharpening in a field. If you got I got the as I said, the Sleipner steel I sharpen in a field is, yeah, it is not that easy, but there is maybe 20% difference, which is in 2 days there is no any issue. So I'm sorry, it's long video. So I will say, if you buy trackers, think for that. For the money in my country, I will go for T3 original. If there will be not available this special edition, which in our country still is. So guys, if someone asks you which of the tracker, if they don't want really the big one, I mean I will say real few full survival version, go for T3. Not the T2 if they really don't want some 5 inches blades or something smaller. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye.